absolutely normal. They appear unremarkable.
So that was the end of the consult, that it required surgery. There was no way, no other thing, because the disc have been totally obliterated. And you said that there were some fragments inside the body.
Yes, that is correct, because there is no way the disc will break. The fracture also has something that is referred to as a compression fracture. Compression fracture is consistent with when you have chips, fragments of the vertebrae already broken. So the disc, so the intervertebral disc is no longer there.
It is well.
Then the bones themselves have already cracked, and the fractures are dropped inside the canal. So the surgery must be such that they will stabilize the two bones together and also remove the fragments as practicable as possible. But that area...
Thank you, sir. As you are talking, my body is doing somehow. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate you, sir.
Thank you.
And and that you did it free of charge.
God bless you, sir.
I said that I was going to call you up. I never heard. They're located at off Allen Avenue, and believe me, the infrastructure, what they have is world-class standard. So for those of you that might be looking, you have all these kinds of problems. I heard you even deal with hand tremors and wrist disorders. There are times that my hand will just be shaking by itself. Thank you very much,
so much, sir, for your time. God bless you, and for your selfless service.
And for your selfless service. Yes. Please let us have a lovely day, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Of course. Thank you.
What I did not want to say when he was online was that when he now saw the extent of damage, I just sunk on the chair, because I was hoping that we saw that there was nothing we could do. I sat down and he looked at me. I said, the surgery, you know what they were charging? Almost 11 million, 15 million. I sat down, I said, we don't have that. We don't have money. And he looked and he said, they will donate 500,000. Not only did he do it free, he also donated 500,000 naira to support somebody he never knew, just because we came there. So may God bless him. Yes. Now, I need you to listen to this. Well, this morning, the only place we could get to was Enugu State Orthopedic Hospital. They have said they would perform the surgery, and that is what, it's like what we can try to afford, something close. At least if you're able to pay 50%. Now, the only reason that we went through all this is because a small girl called, a 14-year-old girl called, that we should save her, save the mother, that the children, that please don't leave us here. Not knowing that that girl that called had less than 7 days to live. She did not know. If she had not been courageous, she would not be here today. And you heard the mother here saying, I thought he would change. I thought she would change. I thought this would happen. That's why you kept on staying for 14 years, especially when you gave birth to the first child and found that she was SS. When a man told you he was AA, and you found out that he is lying, and then you still continued to reproduce. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that remain in an abusive marriage, I would just sum up with this. On the 1st of December, I got this call. I would play it for you to listen. It's like 2 minutes. Please listen to this.
Yes, you're speaking to him. Okay, good morning, sir. Good morning. Yeah, there was a woman I wanted to report her case to you, but she was too sluggish, and before I know it, they called me on phone and told me that the husband has beaten her and now she is dead. So I said, let me report it to you. Maybe if it's possible, whether we can arrest the husband or we should just let go. Please. I've been warning them, telling them, they didn't hear. Please. And she's a food seller in our school. I'm a teacher in a school, MJC school at Shibiri side. So I'm part of your program for more than 3 to 4 years. I've been following you. So I said I will report her. I will report the case to you. So she said I shouldn't report that. I should hold on whether the husband will change. The husband will change. I've been waiting for the man to change. The man did not change. And before we know it now, they came to tell me that the man has beaten the woman and the woman is dead.
When did this happen?
They gave me the information. I think that was the last week because I was not around.
Wow.
So yesterday when I was listening to your program on when the child that was telling you about how the daddy was treating the mother, that the mother is this program, I just flashed my mind. I said, let me quickly call you and tell you, what do we do? Should we leave him or what do we do?
Today is 1st of December. Do you know where the family is? Do you know?
I don't know the place, but if I get to the school, I can get information and they'll...
Thank you very much. That is another person, no. Just what?
A few days ago.
Just a few days ago. After this. For those that are the changers, that you say that you are praying that it will change, that they are giving you, what is it called, prayer and fasting, playing videos for you that war room, go and until you die. Until something happens to your children. Look at the way we are running around for one child. We spent over 500,000 naira to keep gift alive. What the father could not. By the way, the father has been arrested. He was in court 4 days ago, and he's now in Kirikiri. The trial will go on. The bail conditions were very strict. He definitely could not meet up with that.
We'll take a break, please, and we'll be back. Stay with us.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this. Introducing the new improved Bobo yogurt. Oh yes, Bobo, your child's special and favorite drink, now comes in a new improved better form with much more value. The Bobo yogurt. It is creamier, smoother, yummier and tastier. Also rich in probiotics and minerals and comes in a whole new 180 ml blue bottle. And of course, your Bobo milk drink continues to shine brighter in its apple, vanilla and orange flavors to make your children bright, sharp, happy and stay healthy. Available in shops and markets nationwide. Products of Bobo Foods and Beverages. As the year closes, Power Oil thanks you, our resilient community. Through challenges, you've shown strength, creating moments that matter. Together, we've walked for healthy hearts, celebrated life, and cooked meals filled with care. Your resilience inspires us to keep supporting your health and well-being. This season, let's continue to make meals that matter, cherishing love and hope into the new year. Merry Christmas and a powerful new year from Power Oil.
Power Oil, Power Oil.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party you've been waiting for is back. The Life's a Beach Party, the official Dirty December beach party, featuring amazing music performances by Ayo Man, Fola, Fido, and also featuring top Nigerian creators. Come and experience Beach Olympics, fashion competitions, and water sports. Life's a Beach Party will take place December the 14th, 2024. Time is 5 p.m. at the Voda Beach Club in Legoshi, Lekki, Lagos. Hurry and register for free at www.teasersparty.com. Life's a Beach is brought to you by Teaser Sparkling Drink. Life's a Beach. Live it up.
Are you ready to unleash your greatness? The Elevation Church is coming to your neighborhood. The Elevation Church invites you to join our launch services coming up in Abeokuta, Sunday, November 24th, Providence Event Center, opposite Globus Bank, MKO Abiola Way, Leme, Abeokuta. Festac, Sunday, November 24th, Arthur Mbanefo Hall, Festival Hotel Conference Center and Spa, Festac. Alimo Show, Sunday, December 1st, Noble Castle Event Center by Larry Bus Stop, Isheri Igondo Road. Ojo, Sunday, December 8th, Moki Royal Event Center, Great Challenge Road, Iyano School Bus Stop off Iba Road. Surulere, Sunday, December 15th. Save the dates.
Come and experience soul-lifting worship, life-transforming word, and prevailing prayers as we encounter Jesus Christ together. Come join us.
For more information, call 0815-865-3248. The Elevation Church, making greatness common.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo. Africa's home of creators, Cloud Africa, presents to you from the streets of Nigeria to the whole wide world. It's the Cloud Talk Concert Trench Talk Festival. Featuring the incredible DJ YK Mule. His music to the world by storm. It's Cash Coming. Also featuring Ladies Man Sade. And the king of the streets, Badman Nico. Cloud Talk Concert Trench Talk Festival is taking place on the 17th of December 2024 at the Balmoral Convention Center, VI. Time 5 p.m. Get your free tickets now at cloudstalkconcerts.com. This event is proudly brought to you by Action Bitters. Cloud Talk Concert. Talk just got lit.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
You show me love.
As the year closes, Power Oil thanks you, our resilient community. Through challenges, you've shown strength, creating moments that matter. Together, we've walked for healthy hearts, celebrated life, and cooked meals filled with care. Your resilience inspires us to keep supporting your health and well-being. This season, let's continue to make meals that matter, cherishing love and hope into the new year. Merry Christmas and a powerful new year from Power Oil.
Power Oil, hey, Power Oil.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do yanga with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, it still is the season of giving. So says oneplay.ng. That is why they want you to dial the code *347 *880 *3#. Yes, if you want our money, dial that code. Or you could go to the website at www.oneplay.ng, as in one, the number one, PLAY.ng. Once you get there, select Nigeria Info as your station, and just like that, your ticket will be in the draws. Of course, you have to commit the paltry sum of 500 naira to each ticket. Now, you can play as many times as possible to give yourself a bigger chance of winning. And remember that your chances of winning are pretty much the same whether you play on oneplay.ng or you use the code *347 *880 *3#. Now, remember that at the end of the week, there's going to be a 500,000 naira jackpot. I know it's mind-blowing. You can't beat that. You definitely can't beat that. So your qualifying for that is dependent on you playing the game during the week. What am I trying to say? I am saying when you dial *347*880*3# from your phone or go to the website at oneplay.ng to play the One Play game every day, you automatically qualify for the jackpot that comes at the end of the week on Friday. Yes, it's announced on Friday. That said, ladies and gentlemen, play responsibly. Make sure you are playing with only what you can afford. And once you play, make sure you keep your phone very close because that lucky call could be coming in at any time. Yes, at any time. One Play is a registered trademark under Lasho Trading Services Limited, licensed by the Lagos State Lotteries and Gaming Commission. Keep playing, keep winning, and keep smiling to the bank.
Hey there, Lagos. Africa's home of creators presents From the Streets of Nigeria to the World. It's Cloud Talk Concert, Trench Talk Festival, featuring the incredible YK Mule, whose beats have taken the world by storm. Also performing Cash Coming, Sade, and the King of the Streets, Badman Nico. Date December 17th, 2024. Time 5 p.m. Venue Balmoral Convention Center, Victoria Island. Get your free tickets now at cloudtalkconcerts.com. Proudly brought to you by the Action Bitters. Cloud Talk Concerts. Talk just got in.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info. Nigeria Info.
Welcome back, still 99.3 Nigeria Info, and you are tuned in to Relationship 360. My name is Onyinyechi Aderibigbe, and in the studio is the barrister Olumide Kayode Omoshibi, looking at Reflections 2024 Part 2. Quite a heavy start. Pisa, go ahead. You were you just took a call, played a call rather from the 1st of December.
Just
before we have to take that break.
To tell you that abuse is not what you negotiate with. It is not what you pray against. If you are in it, the best thing to do is to leave it. It is not up to public opinion, what people would tell you. Now we are running around for a woman who was beaten to the... You've heard the medical, and she said that she was just waiting to leave. She was hoping it would change, wanted the children to be at this age, then she would leave. She walked into the marriage, now she crawled out of the marriage. She can no longer walk. As we speak, she's, I think we dropped her, she's at Jibo now, embarking on a journey to Enugu as we speak. That is where she would receive at the Enugu State Orthopedic Hospital. That's where the surgery will be done. We can't afford it though, but whatever we have, we will drop. And if by God's grace something happens, we are treating the daughter on one side. Already almost 600,000 has gone on that in 5 days. The mother's own is there, running up and down because of a woman's poor decision. And she has 2 other daughters.
And one of them,
all of them suffering from one kind of thing. Meningitis that was not properly handled till it got into the brain. That one can no longer speak well. Drools in the mouth, is now a special child. The 3rd child is the only child but she's traumatized. So emotionally, she just sits and smiles. She doesn't talk much. Because of one woman, you put an entire... Well, I've told her that if we have 1 naira and it is to choose between you and gift, I would choose gift. That is just simply whatever we have, we would try to help you out with. But what? 15 years. She's just 34 years old. The woman is just 34 years old. Not that she's an old woman, just 34. Let me move on. I was talking about lessons learned from 2024, reflections of 2024. And I mentioned 5 main lessons. That was defilement, opinions, blood escape, property, and pregnancy. Let me quickly talk about property. Now, property is defined as any item that a person has legal title over. A property could be homes, cars, appliances. We alternate property also to mean assets. An asset is something that you can sell for money, something that has monetary value. Your gold, women buy gold, men buy cars, houses, land, all that are assets. And then property, what we usually refer to as property here, is landed property, which are houses and pieces of land. Now, a payment receipt is a document given to a customer as proof of full or partial payment. That is, if I give you money for something, you have to give me a receipt to show that I gave you money. So, property, what do I mean now? The problem we had a lot this year, it spilled from 2023 to 2024, is when the marriage has gone sour, and then they start talking about who owns what property. So I pity women. When married people buy property, what religion and culture, what social norms tell you is, when you buy, put it in Mr. and Mrs. Omoshebi. I came here some time ago and I told you not to put Mr. and Mrs., but put the names Mr. Tunji. No, let me not use Mr. Tunji. He does. Mr. Femi and Mrs. Felicia Okoro. Don't just put Mr. and Mrs. Okoro, because if he divorces you today, the next woman would also be a Mr. and Mrs. Okoro. Mr. and Mrs. is just for that period of time, that particular point in time where they are being referred to. If he marries 50 wives, they would all be Mr. and Mrs. Okoro. But once you put Mr. Femi and Mrs. Felicia, it tells you that it is specifically for that Mrs. Felicia. But another gospel I bring to you today. A lot of women bought property and put in the names of Mr. and Mrs. And then the marriage goes sour and the man claims property. Those that are able to defend themselves in court, the property is in the name of both, so the property will be shared by both. You sell and share the money. But the truth is, it was the woman that paid for it. What happened to her is that she put Mr. and Mrs. in what she bought. It's very funny where women want to buy property. The receipt of payment is for the name of the person who actually paid for it. So if I buy something and I put another person's name on it, I just transferred the right, the title of the owner to the person you have put on the name of the receipt. Now, this is the mistake a lot of women do. And men too. I'm coming to men who are supposed to be smarter. A woman wants to buy a property. In order to show that she is submissive to her husband, takes the husband there to show the husband. And the husband walks around and the people, Omonile and everybody, they are there. And everybody thinks first that it is the man buying the property for the woman. Or no, they think it is the man buying the property. This particular case we handled, was just fantastic. The man dressed so well, but the woman was the financial head of the family. The woman provided everything. The woman was paying the rent. The man did not have a job, but she said she wanted to buy a land. She wanted her husband to come and see it. The husband dressed so well that day. He was walking around the property, pointing at the post. Are you sure this is the measurement? So the woman wanted to pay, and then transferred the money to the husband to pay for her, so that to look at, and that if it is a woman, they will cheat her, or they might. So she wanted to put a manly face to it, and then her husband came forward. The husband paid for it. The receipt was given in the name of the husband only, not Mr. and Mrs. So when he brought the receipt and she saw that it was in his name, she was like, Ogini, why my name is not there? He said that he didn't think of it, Jerry, that he just, he passed it off handishly. And after about some time, whatever discussion on that died, and they built a house on it. Marriage has gone sour. The man claimed the property. The woman said, hello, no, I paid for this, I paid for the magistrate, Abi. No, it was in the high court. They just asked to bring the property. The name on all the property was Mr. So, and so. It was very painful because the woman struggled amidst beatings, amidst abuse, amidst family. The family, one of the sisters said that she was using their brother's star. That is why she was the one progressing and the husband was not progressing. Wow. So to be submissive, and that is the problem with that doctrine of submission. How do you submit to a foolish man? How can you submit to a foolish woman? Because they would not see that submit one to another. They will just see that wives submit to your husbands. But on top of that, you will see submit ye one to another. But this issue of submission is flagrant. You are wiser than, and I tell you to first look for a wise man. It is difficult for you to be wiser than the captain, the person you are supposed to be, meaning that you see that a lot of his decisions are wrong. When you argue, they will say submit, but you already know that it will fail. That is how you watch him use the finances of the house to drive the house into failure that you already knew and you were trying to warn him about. We now went to court. The man said it was his property. So I said they should check. He said yes, he paid for it. But you see, when I said they should check, the woman transferred the money to his account. So it showed the day that she transferred the money to his account. But the issue is that the money came from his account to pay for it. Do you understand? The money still came from his account. Secondly, she now said it was, when that one saw, the judge was like, okay, this shows that there was and then the man said, he now changed and said it was a gift, that she gifted him the house. And the woman said, how can I give you, when there was so much adultery, so much beating? Is that for an adultery well done, that I will give you a gift? Thank you for the adultery. It took 5 years for you to remedy a mistake that you should have just put your name on it. When women buy property, put your name. There is no submission or nowhere in the Bible that, or your Quran or wherever, that tells you to put your husband's name on the property. The only time I would tell any woman to put Mr. and Mrs. on a property that she bought is when the man has already given you something as an inheritance. The man bought a land and decided to put Mr. and Mrs. When a man has already secured you in his own, then you can buy and equally reciprocate. But when you have nothing from the man, and next thing, because listen, marriage is about longevity, it's not about love. That's why I tell you, you don't marry for love, you marry for longevity. When it goes sour, then what happens? A woman, the husband had a family land that they gave to him. The wife wanted to build and she was persuaded, maybe your husband already has land, build on it. She now built the house on top of it. Eventually, the man started philandering, and when the woman couldn't bear it, she wanted to tell the man that, okay, we are going to separate. How will she carry her house from the land? Funny, that happened in 2022. Now, this same thing happened in 2024, March. The woman had the land given to her by her brother abroad. They bought and gave her for a birthday. And the man wanted to build. And the woman said, Chebe, I have land. What is mine is yours, yours is mine. He now built on the land of the wife. Now, the issue is that they found out that the first son does not belong to the man. By mistake. The man found, just by mistake, found that out. He couldn't take it. He wants to leave, but he has built house on the woman's land. Who owns the house? Isn't it the person that owns the land? Is there a deed of house or a deed of land? Now that is the problem. And the man spent his last dime building an appropriate house. He said, then you can go. But she owned she has C of O. She did the document in her name. So what is going to happen? For women, I don't understand when you are in an abusive marriage and you are buying property in the name of your husband and wife. For a man, I don't understand when you are in. You see, the thing about marriages is that you know you are not enjoying your marriage. You know that deep inside that you married wrong. That if you turn back the hands of time, I ask, would you still marry the same person? You will say no. Because you know that you are not enjoying it. But in that, you are still buying property and putting in Mr. and Mrs. Let me tell you, the main thing I tell people is that have a will. Put it in your name and then have a will. The will, you can now give it to whomever when you have observed the situation. The will is the most important document. You don't have to die to have a will. You must have a will immediately as you are. You must have a will, because if anything should happen to any of you, you must make sure that your family is secure. You don't have a will. Your house, you don't have a marriage. You are struggling. The reward for a struggling marriage is not property. And a lot of men, a lot of women have lost out because of that foolishness of Mr. and listen, Mr. and Mrs. The fact that you put Mr. and Mrs. does not mean your marriage will work. It doesn't mean. I always warn you that before you start allotting properties, be sure that you are in a good marriage. Because if it is not a good marriage, you will regret. You have sealed them. Then some people say, don't worry, you'll go and change it. Change it where? You have a C of O into your name and where do you want to go and change the C of O again to another C of O? Do you know how it is? Almost
possible to change it, C of O's, though.
Do you know how long it is to get a C of O? Do you know how?
First place.
How many houses in Lagos do you think has C of O?
Interesting.
How many houses, especially on this island? How many houses do you think have C of O? They bought it on survey and family receipts now. How many houses do you think has C of O? Do you know what it is to get a C of O? It is years. When people want to buy property, they say, I want to see C of O. I laugh. I say, probably you have not bought property before. You know how difficult it is to get a C of O. It is not easy. And I don't know why in this Nigeria, it is not easy. Because if it is truly yours, you have all the documents, you should be able, but it will take you years. All this lucky that you think it is C of O? It is not easy to get a C of O. You just walk in, you want to get C of O. The processing there, like letter of administration, it is not easy. The conditions alone, you will bring the dead person. You will bring that dead person will come and sign. It is not easy to get all this. So when you now want to get the documents, be sure. Can you imagine the way it is, and the person now lives with nothing? A gentleman, a gentleman who tried. He's a friend of mine. He tried, and I told him, I said, this marriage is not by force. Why are you always killing yourself just to try? He will get home, not come out of the car, sit down in the car till like 10:30, till when the wife is asleep, because he just doesn't want wahala. And still, through his influence, they were getting land. He was just doing by God's grace, he will be claiming faith that is not, it is working in Jesus. You don't listen. You will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. You can't be sick and be telling us that, imagine gift that is has been in oxygen, are telling us I am well. When the mother got there and was like, you will live in Jesus' name. I said, just as that your quote is what has brought her into this hospital. For 2 years, she did not receive care, and you know that she is a sickle seller. You know the truth. You have to protect yourself and protect your children. The woman made sure, I told him, don't reproduce. He stopped. The wife would threaten him, and until he now had 2, 3. After the second, when she took him for the torture, she now said that her mission, she told him that the mission is now complete. You will leave this house. She told him because she knew that all she needed to claim the house was children. She had prepared it. And when she started, he was at work. he just got a call from the police station that he had beat up somebody. She jumped from the steps herself. She jumped from the staircase herself. He wasn't even in the house. And got the younger sister to be clapping. Leave her alone. You want to kill her. He wasn't even in the house. I'm telling you. He got a call from the police in his office that he has beaten the wife at. Now, he's a tenant somewhere and he has a 6-bedroom duplex somewhere else.
That's terrible.
Why? Because of that foolish Mr. and Mrs. You have to be sure that the marriage is okay before you start bequeathing. And you must have it is the will that should decide. If your husband has already given you, he put it Mr. and Mrs., then you can go ahead and do it. But if you are not, especially if you are in an abusive marriage, you are in an unhappy marriage, stop acquiring property in the joint names because it will cause you problem. I've seen enough of people who slaved, who worked, at the end of the day lost it all. I don't know which submission is that? Which doctrine is that? You have to be sure before you give your life away to somebody else. Nobody marries with the intention of divorce. Nobody marries and hoping that, okay, I'm just going to get married for 3 years. Nobody does. Well, maybe some who are marrying you for 3 years. Everybody marries for a reason. But most normal people will marry for happily ever after. But if that is not your case, stop this property manipulation. That is what I call it. Stop the property manipulation. Some will say, no, you must put my name. There are women that go and give the money. If you want to buy now. We had a case now. It was even a car. The woman left the house, drove the car. The man said it was his own. The woman paid for the car, but gave her husband to go and give the agent. It was her. When the man said, okay, let him cuckoo use that to do the vehicle license, it was his name he put. And she was like, why is it in his name? He said, that he just gave the person and the person knows his name. The person just put his name there, that he wasn't even there. When we had a case against, he said it was his car. It was at the state CID. They said, okay, bring the documents of the car. Bam, everything was in his name. Straight, the police will give to him. And if she has any objection, let her go to court. She started walking when the man was driving her car. And the man, also, when I bought...
Sorry, please.
Yeah, we'll
be back. Anyway. Stay with us.
Bye-bye.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
Hello, excuse me. This Milo pack looks different. I'm seeing support energy release, bam, on the pack. Is it the same Milo?
No, this one is new and improved. The support energy release means when you give your kids Milo as part of breakfast, you are giving them energy they need to go to school.
I like this one.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
Everyone says I'm beautiful and bold. They say I'm fashionable. And to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
People say I'm good looking, funny, hardworking, and to crown it up, very confident. And my secret is...
So whether in the office or at home,
in the streets or on the dance floor,
anytime, any day, I never lose my confidence. And the secret to my confidence is Wazobia perfume.
Absolutely. Wazobia perfume gives the authenticity and long-lasting fragrance all day. That's my secret confidence.
Wazobia perfume is available in body spray.
Also available in supermarkets and markets near you. Wazobia perfume, the correct scent.
Hey guy, what's the problem?
I haven't been able to sell that property.
Then go and register it free at Hermes.ng online property platform and sell it sharp.
Really?
Yes, so Hermes.ng is a Nigerian real estate platform where everybody buy and sell properties nowadays.
What's the website again?
www.homers.ng. Hermes.ng online property marketing platform.
As the year closes, Power Oil thanks you, our resilient community. Through challenges, you've shown strength, creating moments that matter. Together, we've walked for healthy hearts, celebrated life, and cooked meals filled with care. Your resilience inspires us to keep supporting your health and well-being. This season, let's continue to make meals that matter, cherishing love and hope into the new year. Merry Christmas and a powerful new year from Power Oil.
Power oil, eh, power oil. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Show me love.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
My kids love tasty snacks, but many snacks are not so good for them. That's why I love the new Milo Anna snacks.
We love it, Mom.
Yes, it's a delicious snack with the goodness of malt, milk, cocoa, and crunchy Niger-grown maize, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
So, pack Milo and snacks in their lunchbox every day to help your kids refuel at break time and keep winning all day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo!
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
From all of us here at 99.3 Nigeria Info, have a Merry, Merry Christmas.
It's a Merry Christmas to you. Peace and joy to you and your family this holiday season from the Info Family 99.3.
Season's greetings. Season's greetings. From all of us.
When there's news, we report it.
What about conversation? We bring it.
Women, they are not my class anyway.
Why are you talking to me then?
Sport, current affairs, and more.
You sure can count on us. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Welcome back. Still 99.3 Nigeria Info and its Relationship 360. My name is Onyinyechi Aderibigbe, and with me, we have the barrister in the studio. Barrister, please go ahead.
Yeah, in conclusion, it's funny. How would you be made to feel guilty for buying property from your hard work and saying you did not put another person's name? The way they make people feel guilty as if you've done something but from your hard work, you worked. Especially for those women who marry men that are going nowhere, doing no jobs, and for men who are with abusive women. Have you wondered why 68% of those above 65 years old in the world are women? Men don't live long. Why? Because of all this stress. A man is only as good as what he can provide. If his luck does not shine, he's a useless man. Have you seen where they want to pay rent and the landlord is coming to meet the woman? He comes to meet the man. When they want to pay school fees, they come and say, Madam Aderibigbe, please. They will ask your husband because the man is expected to. But you are in an abusive marriage. On top of that, you choose to remain, and then you start buying property in Mr. and Mrs. in an abusive marriage. Definitely, you have already dictated how you will pass on. Your will should be the one to. And then when your man has already bought or has given you an inheritance, like he bought a property and he put Mr. and Mrs. Then you too, when you buy property, you can put Mr. and Mrs. You are sure because you know that. But the man, you have nothing, and then the woman wants to buy. And then you remember a year and a half ago, a man in Ondo State killed the wife, locked her in and burned the house because he found out that she bought a plot of land and she did not tell him. Can you imagine? He's a mechanic, the woman, and he just found out through a text message. He was going through the woman's and killed her because of the plot of land, that she bought a plot of land and she did not tell him. People that you cannot progress under their roof, and then you are putting Mr. and Mrs. People that it is always a challenge in the house. When you get there, you are unhappy as a man, and then the reward for your unhappiness is to be acquiring property in the name of your unhappiness. I tell you, leave an abusive marriage. A mistake does not correct itself by longevity. If A is A in the beginning, A will be A at the end. Let me just stop here. These are what? Lessons of 2024, reflections on what we have been through, especially when the marriages fall apart, which they have known since that this marriage is not good. But then they buy and put Mr. and then, and then they almost always lose. They almost always lose. They almost always lose. And you are beaten, battered, bruised, and abused, and then you live without what you have worked for in cars, in houses, in assets. I wish you all the best.
All right, we'll take your calls and your messages right now. If you are listening and you would like to put a call through, the number you're looking for the men is 0201 277 0993. That's 0201 277 0993. For the women, yours is 0201 465 7190. That's 0201 465 7190. And on WhatsApp, the number you're texting is 0809 597 5805. That's 0809 excuse me, 597 5805. On Skype, for those who would like to put a call through but are not in Nigeria, the ID you're looking for is Nigeria Info FM. Same with X, Nigeria Info FM. Please use the hashtag relationship360 when you tweet. And of course, we are live on YouTube at Nigeria Info FM. Please subscribe, and you can also leave a comment there. Let's see. Let's start with some calls. 1 minute when you call, please. Good morning. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Taiwo.
Yes.
All right, sir. Please go ahead in 1 minute. Thank you.
Okay, so according to what barrister is saying right now, my dad
I can't really hear this.
I
don't think.
It's still not good. Please, can you call back?
How about now?
Yes, that's better. Thank you. Please go ahead. Quickly, please.
I'm using iPhone free, that's why.
Oh, okay.
So I said this year my dad died because of his wife killed him. So
please, can you, Mr. Taiwo, can you just speak quickly and
please call us back. Can't hear you.
I don't get. He said his father
this year
died.
His dad died because of his wife. That's all I got. I didn't hear anything else. Please call back, sir, if you can. We'd love to hear you properly. Thank you. On WhatsApp, we have a message from Paul Kenny from Ojodu Bega. He says, "Good morning, Barrister Olumide and Onyinyechi. Please, what is the name of the doctor, the physiotherapist?"
Mr. Tunji.
Mr. Tunji.
You can, Mr. Tunji Olaoshun, you can just Google Electroaesthetic Palace. Electroaesthetic Palace it's off Allen Avenue.
Nikeja.
In Nikeja.
All right. Good morning, 99.3. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, Barrister Olumide.
Good morning, sir.
And Oyiye.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome.
Good morning. My name is Olayemi.
All right.
Let me move away from my radio.
Thank you. Please go ahead in 1 minute, sir.
I must confess this morning that you guys are doing a very wonderful job. It's an eye-opener to so many families, I can say.
as far as I'm concerned, my wife listened to this to your message this morning. She was very, very, very happy. And she mentioned some things to me that even I don't really understand it before, but now, my brother and my sisters, you are doing a very wonderful job. On the part of that gift,
in conclusion,
initially I thought, when you started that program, I thought something else happened. But we thank God that the young girl is alive and the mother is alive too. This is an eye-opener to so many wives, so many women in the house that whatever thing that is happening, oh God, they should please leave abusive language. Otherwise, abusive marriage. Otherwise, something terrible, something bad like this, that is even more bad.
Thank you so much, sir.
For this.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
99.3, good morning. Welcome to the show. Fortunately, we missed our call. 1 minute when you call, please. I don't want to have to cut you off. You know, I don't like to do that. From Robert, God bless you so much, Barrister Olumide, for your service to mankind. I don't know how to express my thanks to you, sir. I also want to thank the doctor that saved that woman's daughter's life. God will bless him and his family. Amen. Amen. Good morning, Amen. Mr. Omoshebi and Mrs. Aderibigbe. As regards women ensuring that their full names are on the deed of assignment, is the fact that the woman's signature is on the deed not sufficient in the event of a dispute?
Is the fact that the signature is
the woman. If her signature is on the deed, doesn't that suffice? So,
in any document, you write your name or they just put signature? Your name must be there. What is a signature? If anything should happen to you, I'm trying to understand. In any deed, the names must be there, Mr. or Mrs. So he puts Mr. and then she now signs. She signs to his name. That means she agreed to his being the total owner of the property. If anything is written, any document is written, and you sign on it, that means agreement. That means it's a contract. So all you did was just to agree that it belongs to him.
Can CFO override Mr./Mrs. George?
What is CFO?
I'm reading the questions. That's coming.
I'm thinking of football when I hear CFO.
I'm thinking of Chief Financial Officer. Please, could you kindly explain, or do you mean C of O? George, please kindly explain your question. Thank you.
What does C? Let's say it's C of O.
Okay.
Let's say it is C of O. What is the question?
Can it override Mr./Mrs.? I mean, I think that's. I mean, you've addressed that. That's basically what you are saying.
Certificate of occupancy is the name on it now. Whether it's Mr. or Mrs. is the name that is on it that is the issue.
I don't understand this message, but I will read and comment. Hello, good morning, 99.3. Welcome to the show. Good morning, sir.
My name is Johnson, calling from Bagada.
Mr. Johnson, you're welcome. Could you please increase your voice and go ahead and... sounds like Mr. Johnson just wanted to mark attendance. Good morning, welcome to the show, 99.3.
Good morning, Mr. Onyinyechi and Barrister. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome.
My name is Robert.
All right, Robert. Are you the same Robert who sent a WhatsApp message?
Yes, I just want to ask Barrister.
Very quickly. I'll make it 30 seconds.
Okay. If you own a property with your spouse and maybe as a result of a divorce, how would the courts decide the case? Maybe it's a non-debt property.
How do you own it? Is it that both of your names are on the property?
Yes.
If both of your names are on the property.
So how would the court decide that case?
That means both of you are co-owners of it. If both of you cannot come to an agreement, then you sell it and share the money. If there are 4 flats on it, you can say that, okay, 2 of the flats, the rent will go to Mr. A, 2 of the flats, the rent will go to Ms. B. But if, both of you cannot, they will sell it and share the property and share it into 2.
Okay. I want to thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good work. God bless you.
Amen, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robert. Thank you.
I'm a
good morning. 99.3. Welcome to the show.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning.
Sir.
Good morning. Can we know your name, please?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yes, I'm Dorothy. I'm calling from Lekki.
Please go ahead. 1 minute. Thank you.
I just want to appreciate the barrister and his team. And also I want to pray for gift for healings. May God bless you, sir. God bless you for the good work that you're doing.
Amen.
And I pray that God will heal her for her family,
Amen.
for her siblings.
Amen.
Because that girl, she's a God sent to her mother and her siblings. I pray that God will heal her in Jesus' name.
Amen. Amen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
God
you.
bless.
Thank you. Very lovely call. Good morning, 99.3. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Please, I am Chezaya from Afromedia.
All right, ma'am. Please, I need you to move away from your radio so we can hear you properly.
Yes,
Thank you.
Please.
All right. 1 minute, please.
All I'm saying is, all barristers said this morning is the truth. Let women know themselves. Even no matter how a man loves you, marriage can sour at a stage. So if women are buying property, it is good they buy it on their name. Even if the man dies, the children, your own children, because it happens to me. When my husband, the land I bought, when I wanted to buy it, I told my husband the land will be on my name. He said, no problem. I bought it on my name. He did everything, registration on my name. But when my husband died, you saw my children wanted to rise up against me. That is their father's property, is their father's property. I told them, I did not even disclose to them that everything was on my name. So women, we need to be careful. Even if not husband, your children also can rise against you. This knowledge, I've inculcated it to my children. All of them, whenever they are buying, they will buy it on their
The same children that wanted to rise against you, you are now, hey, Chineke. You are now telling them to do what you did. They would have collected it from you, Abi.
Maybe it was... Not that they wanted to collect it from me, but they were saying it's their father's property, their father's property. So
we are looking at husband and wife. We are not even looking at the children. Side. That one is another side. And the family members, especially the East and the West. Family members that will come and say it is our brother's land, it is our brother's house, it is our brother's car.
Yes. In my own side, in my own part of the
please, ma, in conclusion, please.
In my own part of Nigeria, a woman doesn't own property. Anything you have is for the man. But I insisted I will write your name on my name.
Awesome, and you did that.
Please know that law in your land is against it has been ruled against at the Supreme Court, that women can inherit property and can also have property. That there's one Newi custom that women cannot, and in some other areas it is against the law now. You understand? Women can own property and women can inherit. It is against the Constitution, Section 42 of the Constitution, for you to disenfranchise a woman. And women don't even know what they have.
Yeah, the law. 99.3, welcome to the show. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah, this is Taiwo. I'm calling back.
Oh, beautiful. We can hear you well now. Please go on. In 1 minute.
So, this year, my dad died because of abuse. And he never opened up to us children. He married 2 wives, actually. So along the line, he has been brutalized emotionally, physically, and everything. Meanwhile, I was going through the same thing in my own marriage. And I called my dad that this is what is going on. Not knowing that, I called him that I want to see you, but there are some things my wife is doing that I need to discuss with you.
Please, sir, we're going to need you to make it faster.
Okay, yes, I want to make it fast. So I called him, we saw each other, not knowing that will be the last time I'm going to see him.
Oh, no.
So when he died, immediately he died. He died. The wife, the day he died, the wife was telling us that he just woke up in the morning and she just hated him for nothing. So, this thing now got me so passionate that with this thing that Barrister has been saying all this while.
Yes, you're trying to say...
in a nutshell, it makes me to make my my own judgment, and I've made up my mind that no, I'm not going to die because of any woman or any relationship.
Right.
Yes,
Thank you, Mr. Taiwo, for your call.
so I would have loved to sing for you. You are not here to be an experiment, a social experiment to another gender, either male or female. If it is not working, why you are calling your father, you are running helter-skelter, please just leave the house. It's simple. Just go. I always tell men, how much are you living in your house or you are renting the house? Say, I'm renting the house. Oga, don't pay next rent. Pack your bags and be prepared to leave. Leave while walking or leave on a stretcher.
On X, at Onuchi_SJ says he asked a question last week in his singles group on why do women decide to remain in an abusive relationship, likewise in an abusive marriage, likewise the men. Barrister, he said he got some fair responses from the ladies, but the guys asked the admin to kick him out. Wow. He says, well, he was not surprised at all.
To kick him out of the
group chats. Interesting. Let me read some more text-based messages. Simple as ABC. Nigerian men who want to marry should steer clear from registry weddings and only buy property in their names only. Ajibade from Idumu. This is a message I said I did not understand.
Stay away from registry marriage
and only buy property in your name.
Well, I don't know. It depends on your experience with who you married. Or you can do registry now. Registry is not cement. If it is not working, it is not working. The only thing about it is that you have to separate for 2 years before you can file for divorce, and divorce might take time. Meanwhile, if it is just traditional marriage, all you have to do is refund bride price and you move on. So whichever works for you. But the issue of certificate, especially that marriage certificate, when you want to travel or when you want to have, it's just. But now I see that traditional marriages are now issuing their own certificates, so which is fantastic. Okay. Yeah, so I saw one.
An anonymous texter says, "Good morning, Barrister and Onyinyechi." She says she's a victim of joint property. She left the house when the marriage was having issues. She's now happily building a new house. She says she's a lawyer, yet she fell for it. Wow. Good morning, Barrister. I'm loving your program this morning. And you didn't tell us your name, but this person says you didn't finish the story of the man that did his wife's car registration in his name. Please, what really happened at the end? Thanks.
At the end, the man is still with the car now.
Ooh,
the man is still with the car. The woman is entering bus and Uber. Fresh Toyota Camry.
Wow. Bio from OPIC. Good morning, Barrister Olumide and Mrs. Aderibigbe. My suggestion is that in a marriage, property should be bought in the name of the person buying the property, and papers should be done to transfer either from wife to husband or from husband to wife. God bless you for your good work, Mr.
How is that done? You get papers to transfer. What do you mean by that? You buy in your name, then
you're not doing transfer of ownership.
How will you do transfer of ownership? When will you do it? So I don't. That is not even. It's either you get a will, not.
All right, let's take some calls. Good morning. Welcome to the show. 1 minute, please.
Yeah, good morning. How are you, Inye?
Very well, thank you, sir.
Good morning,
Peter
sir.
Monse, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. Peter Monse from Zulu. Barrister, I want to say this, that it's like some men who value their positions in the church. That, if I divorce, if I go away, they will strip me of the position. They are the people that died. I told you of a friend of mine that called me one day and said, Peter, it's my wife that put me in this condition. And he was on a wheelchair. And the next thing was he died. I covered his burial ceremony. And there is another one that invited me one day. Please come. I am my wife. I was sitting down trying to settle for them. And the wife started fight. They fought in my presence and stripped themselves naked. And the man just opted out of that marriage. And today he's alive. What am I saying? Men, please. Leave the property for the woman and go away. You were not born with property. Don't die because of property. You want to stay and she kills you and take over the property. Just go and leave property. You came with nothing, you will go with nothing. Just a little that I have to add this morning. I lost 2 friends because of this kind of situation.
I can feel your pain. I can feel your pain.
Thank you, Mr. Peter,
so,
for sharing.
I don't even know what to say. Sir, go ahead, sir.
Okay, so I need your reaction to this real-life situation that happened in Surulere. It will take just about 5 minutes. So the gentleman married the woman under the act. They went to the registry. Very popular person in Surulere, Tafa Balewa specifically. And then the man died intestate.
That is without a will.
Without a will. Now, the woman now remarried almost immediately. And then they had children. They had children in the first marriage. The woman now married not too long after. And about a year or 2 years after that, the woman herself. Remember that they married in the registry. So the house they were in ended up belonging to the woman. Okay? Now, she now married, and after 1 or 2 years, the woman herself now died, and the husband that she married was now claiming ownership of the house, irrespective of the fact that there were children between the...
She did not.
Yes.
She did not make a will as well.
He didn't make a will, and she didn't make a will.
Yes, he has given room for that.
So what do you think will happen? Do you think...
That happens a lot abroad now when people look for, like I'm looking for Steve Jobs' wife to marry because, she's a billionaire heiress. So if anything happens to her, Steve Jobs
becomes yours.
Yeah, so it becomes mine. Without a will, he can't stake a claim because once you are married, you are automatically, it's either husband or wife. They share everything.
Yeah, you're even told at the registry, really.
Yes.
That if any one of you dies intestate,
that's why I say a will is very necessary. When they say will, some people say, do you want to kill me? It's not a matter of, it's just in case.
Just planning.
In case of emergency, anybody.
At what age do you advocate people write wills?
At the moment you start having property.
Exactly.
If you start having property at 10, do will.
Do will.
If you start having property at 50, do a will, because there are so many forces contending. Look at this is a classical case. The great Ojukwu, he just had a stroke. I think it was it 2012?
Very recent.
Was it 2012 or 2014? It was just a stroke. Bianca took him to the UK for treatment. Before they came back, his brothers had claimed the house.
Wow.
Or in Nikoyi here, 4 properties, about 3, 4. Before he had not even died, but he was no longer the great.
Yes,
he was weak. So even while you are alive, people are already and he has sons, children.
We need to take a break. When we come back, we'll continue the conversation. Apologies, the anonymous text earlier from the person who left the house when he had marriage issues was a man, not a woman. Please stay tuned.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Are you ready for a Christmas celebration like no other? Join us at the Afro Gospel Christmas Rave for an evening of electrifying mix of Afrobeat music, soul-stirring performances, and an atmosphere of joy and praise. Featuring Prince Emmanuel, Spirit of Prophecy, and Endless Ocean, Great Man Tackett, Pastor Boju Oyemade, aka DJ Pope, and other ministers. With a powerful spoken word delivered by Ibiquake, this concert promises to be one-of-a-kind experience. Date, Saturday 14th December 2024. Time, 4 p.m. Venue, The Covenant Temple, Chisco Bus Stop, Lekki behind Enyo Fuel Station, 4th Roundabout. Admission is free. Register at bit.ly/Afro Gospel Christmas Concert. This event is powered by the Covenant Nation.
The Nigerian Institution of Marine Engineers and Naval Architects presents the 13th Annual Conference, MASPER 2024, with the theme Advancing National Maritime Regulations for Shared Prosperity. Chief host, His Excellency Sir Simnalayi Fubara, Executive Governor of Rivers State. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Adegboyega Oyetola, Honorable Minister of Marine and Blue Economy. This event will take place on the 9th of December 2024 at Heliconia Park Hotel, Eastern Bypass, Port Hackett, River State. Time, 10 a.m. Masper 2024. This event is powered by NIMASA, the Nigerian Ports Authority, Koren, Delos Marine Services, Amplus VG Energy, Sea Venture Oil and Gas Services, Empire Boutique Hotel, Coleman Wires and Cables, and Somatrix Marine Limited. For further inquiries, please call 080-309-74827. Signed, Engineer Frebo Silvanus, Chairman, Planning Committee.
Every day when my children return from school, I don't recognize them. Hello, do I know you?
It's us, mommy.
But these dirty, sweaty uniforms and socks, we're clean in the morning. Everything don't transform. I understand though. School is hectic. It takes energy to come home this transformed. So I make sure they have some nutritious Milo at breakfast.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Milo.
My dear festive says, rejoice and celebrate. Good times are here, bargains for everyone.
This festive season, My Dear is bringing joy to every home.
Lots of freebies, such as 100 cartons of noodles, 200 umbrellas, and 100 bags of rice to celebrate this season with your family while stock lasts.
Experience our range of products, refrigerators, freezers, cookers, inverters, and ACs with built-in AVS, Wi-Fi control with 70% energy saving.
Media?
No, it's My Dear.
Oh, My Dear.
Visit all our retail stores nationwide. Terms and conditions apply.
Good times are here, bargains for everyone.
My Dear, make yourself at home.
Is it okay to make fun of our tooth gap? Let's have a talk. Colgate makes your teeth so strong. Stop cover your mouth. Not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Zero cavities and fresh breath. If you use a Colgate paste, not to do younger with your smile. Brush your teeth with Colgate. Colgate, #1 oral care brand in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, the party you've been waiting for is back. The Life's a Beach Party, the official Dirty December beach party, featuring amazing music performances by Fola, Fido, and also featuring top Nigerian creators. Come and experience Beach Olympics, fashion competitions, and water sports. Life's a Beach Party will take place December the 14th, 2024. Time is 5 p.m. at the Voda Beach Club in Legoshi, Lekki, Lagos. Hurry and register for free at www.teasersparty.com. Life's a Beach is brought to you by Teaser Sparkling Drink. Life's a Beach. Live it up.
Who says you can't have it all with one play?
I got that defined, but you have just won yourself.
Congratulations.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Melitus. One player, don't talk to two players because you won 20K.
So now you won yourself 20,000 naira.
My name is Well Done.
Okay, well done. You want to tell you, well done, you won yourself 20,000 naira.
With 500 naira, you can play to win big. From 120,000 naira to 190,000 naira daily on Nigeria Info. Go to oneplay.ng and play with 500 naira. And in a few seconds, your ticket is in the draw. Or dial *347 *880 *3#. Win daily on Nigeria Info. 50,000 naira on Money Crossfire. 60,000 naira on WhatsApp Lagos. 20,000 naira on Sunnyside. And 60,000 naira on Game On. So Lagos, what are you waiting for? The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember to dial *347 *880 *3#. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under the age of 18.
As the year closes, Power Oil thanks you, our resilient community. Through challenges, you've shown strength, creating moments that matter. Together, we've walked for healthy hearts, celebrated life, and cooked meals filled with care. Your resilience inspires us to keep supporting your health and well-being. This season, let's continue to make meals that matter, cherishing love and hope into the new year. Merry Christmas and a powerful new year from Power Oil.
Power Oil, hey, Power Oil.
Lagos, get ready! Mark your calendars. December 12, 2024. It's time to sip, hooray! The ultimate karaoke showdown is here. You don't want to miss this. Olagade Banks, Speller, Niolua, Kenny Black, and the one and the only Simisaya are in the building. It's a party like no other. Get ready to sing your heart out and compete for the grand prize of 1 million naira. Grab the mic, show your vocal skills, and claim the crown. Who's got what it takes to bring the heat? It's Sip Sip Hooray Lagos. We're turning up December the 12th, 2024. All happening at the Clubhouse, Landmark Towers, Oniru, Lagos. Don't miss the karaoke battle of the year. Hosted by the one and the only Pella, Eniolua, Simisaya, Kenny Blacks. Brought to you by Teasers. Cocktail drinks, premium vibes only in Lagos. Sip, 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 hooray! Where Lagos turns up.
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance, perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official party of the year is here. It's the Life's a Beach Party, the official Dirty December beach event. Join us for incredible musical performances by Ayoma, Fola, and Fido. Experience the Beach Olympics, fashion competitions, and water sports. Date December 14th, 2024. Time 5 p.m. Venue Voda Beach Club, Alegushi, Lekki, Lagos. Register now for free at www.teasersparty.com. Proudly brought to you by Teasers Sparkling Drink. Life's a beach. Live it up.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back. This is what I like to call the home run of the show. It's Relationship 360 on 99.3 Nigeria Info. In the studio, you have me, Onyinyechi Aderibigbe. We have Barrister Olumide Kayode Omoshibi. And joining the not-so-round table, we have the one and only Uncle JD, Mr. Jimmy Disu in the building as well. And you started something, sir, before we went on that break. Someone is asking a follow-up question. Let me see. Alabede says, was the second marriage in Uncle JD's example done in the registry too?
It was, yes.
Okay.
But I suspect very strongly, because the woman was running a restaurant and it turned out that it was one of the, you know, when you have a restaurant and a drinking place, that it was one of the patrons. And I suspect that there was some element of manipulation in it. I think it was. Oh yes. Because she wasn't a spring chicken. Okay. Her kids were grown. She must have been, if I remember, like in her 50s.
Okay.
Getting close. So the idea of going to the registry is you're not going to have children. Yeah, you could easily have done a trad or something. And
there is something there, Uncle Jimmy.
Yes.
You know, we're talking off camera, and I told you about a woman who had a boyfriend in this Lagos, in this Victoria Island, and she had some kind of, I don't know, it was maybe cancer or something. Very young.
Yes.
She was just 32. And on her sick bed, the gentleman now proposes, he says he wants to do something romantic to know that, so that she knows that the love is not for, you know, that even in sickness. And so he proposed to her on the sick bed. And, you know, she was very moved and everything, knowing that she had just few is it days, years, he wasn't going to live long. So he quickly did it. And she said yes. And so he brought his family and maybe the sister and whatever and constituted a mini traditional marriage. That is what he called it. He said they did traditional marriage. And there were pictures on the sick bed. The lady died less than 1 month after. It was her car that he even drove out of the hospital because she had money. And the guy just became a millionaire at once. He said they were married. And he started with her property, moved to her house, started driving, and then it was the bank account that became the problem. Because he said they were married, that whatever, and he was right.
Can you imagine this?
Technically, he was right.
So he basically just took advantage
So the
of
mother, the mother that this woman was taking care of, the sisters and brothers that she was taking care of, everybody just lost that because of the and we have to be smarter than that. You don't use romance you have to, first of all, is your brain that you use to, you want to marry me on my deathbed, knowing that does that make sense?
Well, it could make sense if the intentions were genuine.
Yes, but she's rich.
Yes,
he's not.
Yes, it could make
like I saw how a cat inherited $1 billion from a rich person in the U.S.
Oh, that happens quite.
A cat.
Yes, sometimes people do it also to spite those who think that they can take advantage of them. But what off record, or how would I put it? Which form of marriage is safest, trad or registry?
Both of them is their marriage.
Anyway,
it's like which form of transportation is safest, by air or by road? There are crashes in the air. There are crashes on the road.
Crashes on the rail.
Rail, even by sea. That's sea. Is even by ship. That is about the safest. It is still shipwrecked. So the issue there is, by the way, none of them is ironclad. Whether it is formal, that is at the registry, it does not say you cannot live an abusive marriage, or if you find out that your marriage is a mistake, none of them is ironclad. But the ease of separation, traditional marriage is easiest. Once you request for your bride price or you return the bride price, marriage is seen to be over.
You don't need to go to any court for trial.
It's only when children are involved. It is only when children are involved that this one says, I want custody. That's the only thing that takes traditional marriage to court.
Oh, really?
Yes. It's only when, but if we are traditionally married and there are no children, you just refund and you people are gone. It is marriage according to custom. And there's
so if there was no bride price, what about the yams and the hampers?
No, you are not. My introduction is not a traditional marriage.
Oh, okay.
And that is some foolishness. I said he came to meet my family. I said, did he pay your bride price? They brought all the. Did he pay your bride price?
What if the bride price is rejected?
Yes, as long as the offer has been made.
Oh, I see.
Traditionally, they collect it, then they return it.
They return it.
Yes.
You learn every day.
Especially Yorubas, you might give them 50 naira, they just take one kobo and give you back.
Yes.
So as that gesture has been made, it is seen as duly served, duly completed.
All right, we'll take some more calls and messages and then we'll allow the barrister to round off. Hello, good morning. 99.3, welcome to the show.
Finally. Good morning.
Good morning, Mrs. Oboli. How
Mrs.
are you?
Oboli, where are you calling from?
From the hospital.
How is Gift doing?
How is Gift doing?
You want to speak with her?
Please,
yes,
please.
Would love to.
Please.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, Gift. How are you?
Fine.
How are you feeling? How's your body?
Fine, I'm getting better.
Oh, I'm happy. Thank God. It is well with you. You hear?
Amen.
Such a strong girl.
Gift, how are you?
Fine, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Have you eaten this morning?
I'm eating fried rice now.
Enjoyment, wow.
Thank God that you are even eating.
I love it.
How far? Would the doctors have come this morning?
No, sir.
Mrs. Oboli is there, so she would probably I will join you later this afternoon.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You are welcome,
it's
my
Gift
dear.
the
Yes.
the
girls that
girl
you
from
met
last week,
from last week.
From last week.
Yes.
Oh, she's in hospital.
She's been on oxygen for 4 days. She just came
my
off
God.
oxygen. Very bad situation.
Oh my God. Gift, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Do you remember me? No, you don't.
Yes.
You do? What do I look like?
You are dark and fat.
She remembers you.
She remembers me.
Hey.
Oxygen is not fat. He's
Good
just.
morning, sir.
Morning.
He's well fed.
He's just well
I'm
fed.
well fed.
It is well. Gift, get
great
well
to hear from
soon,
you,
eh?
Gift.
Thank
Mrs.
you
Oboli,
very much.
God bless you. Thank you so
Madam
much.
Oboli.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Oboli.
Thank
God
you,
bless you.
Did you want to contribute anything, or you just wanted us to hear Gift's voice?
Yes, so what I want to contribute. Barrister,
Yes, ma'am.
my friend, my friend's friend, my best friend's friend, the woman just willed her property to the husband. What happened? The man said in their village meeting, they've been complaining that it is the wife that owns the house. So for that purpose, if he can't have access to the property, she should leave the marriage. Now, ever since she willed the property to the man has been behaving abnormally. Now, she has changed the name and everything to the man. So even in the village meeting now, they know the man as the sole owner of the property. While I have come now, this man is no longer behaving normal in the house again. Can it be revealed?
He's now a landlord. What are you saying?
I don't know.
Larger than life.
What foolishness is that? What foolishness is that? What is the educational qualification of your friend?
My friend, she did not really go to university, sir.
Oh, you don't have to go to the university to be smart.
Hey, wallah.
Does she have children?
The woman, she has
For
children,
this man.
Yes.
She didn't will her property to the children, it's the man, and you are saying the man is behaving somehow. He will replace her soon.
Exactly.
He will replace her soon and make up with. But as long as she's alive, the will is not in effect. So she has to die before the will comes into effect. She can change the will.
But was it a will or a transfer?
That's it. Is it?
It might not be will. It could be
she
transfer.
transferred everything.
So it's not will.
It's not will, Jerry. Transfer me.
So something can still be done, right?
When you have already transferred it. No, not
unless you
can transfer back now. You can't transfer.
I don't know how you would
Either
do
she
that.
transfers back or she leaves the marriage.
But who is this woman? Where do you carry friends now? Where did you? Sorry about that.
She
said she's her best friend's friend. So
is your friend by association your best friend's friend? If that is your best friend's friend, what are you talking?
Thank you, Mr. Oboli.
Please go and do. What kind of foolishness is that? That marriage is more important than your life, than your hard work. And when you see manipulation, some jobless men and women will sit down in the village and start dictating what you are doing. And not in your favor, not in your best interest. You know it is in another person's best interest, not your own. And you succumb to Madam Oboli Odabo.
Please, sir, you could go ahead with your call.
Yes, thank you.
Let me take this call, please.
Okay.
Apologies, and we'll allow you to do that. Good morning, 99.3. Welcome.
Good morning, madam.
Good morning, sir. Please turn off your radio for us or move away
Yes.
from it.
My name is Tony. I'm calling you from Ikeja.
You're welcome, sir. Please, 1 minute.
Yes. I want to contribute to what Mrs. Oboli said now.
All right.
That woman that transferred her property to the husband, she can still mend it. She can take a lawyer and go to court that she made such transfer not in her real state of mind, that she wants to reverse it. She will be to be corrected. Thank you.
Yes, he's right.
Does it have a time lag?
Nothing had better just happened to her. So she can make all kinds of claims. She can claim duress. She can claim that she didn't, maybe she was pressured into it. She can, the lawyer would be able to help her out there. But it's not something you just get like that. After
it will take a while.
After you duly transferred it. But it could be malicious. You could claim, all kinds of things. You better start.
But she'd be ready to leave the man.
Yes. Because that means the marriage is over.
For her own safety.
Yes. They can craft something around that it was put as a condition for marriage, and she can nullify that.
Can she ask for, at least until the case is decided, some form of injunction so that the man doesn't quickly sell the house?
That's what I wanted to say about one of the cases that we handled. The woman was sick, and because of that, Mr. and Mrs., I think it was before she came back, the man had sold the house. So she came back, met new people in the house, and the man had been marketing it and just needed to get her out of the house. So he beat her that day that they had to rush her to the hospital so that she would be out of the house when he sold the house with everything in it, with her pots, with the washing. He sold everything as it. So he just took off like that. And you know what? He moved just 2 streets away. He didn't even go far.
I even thought you were going to tell me.
No, he moved 2 streets away. 2 streets away. Let me just end.
You frighten me.
I put her on the phone now. I put her on the program. If there was time, I would call her. There's no time. I will call her again now.
Don't have time.
There's no time. I will call her and put her on the program. She's right here. See, everything I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I will call the people for you. Bring them here. It's only that maybe because some people are very from notable families and all that, they might just come, talk under being anonymous. They're all there. So when I'm talking, I'm not talking like those people who say, I will tell you as a matter of fact. In fact, this woman, I'm going to put her on next week, Saturday, Uncle Jimmy, special for you, so that she would tell you herself. She can even send documents to you. She was in the hospital, beaten by the man, and before she came back, the man had sold everything, including her clothes, everything, the house as it was. She didn't live with a dime. So, ladies and gentlemen, reflections of 2024. The foolishness must stop. When it comes to domestic violence, I tell you, there is no negotiation. There is no just leave. There is no spirituality. Just leave. Last week, I was at the Holy Family Catholic Church at Festac. Thank you for the invite. It was amazing, and a lot of people from Festac, who after I announced here, came, and people were just like, Barrister, we heard it was one of the people who convened the program was wondering that, how come there are almost more people that came to look for you than, Thank you everyone in Festac for coming. I really appreciate. Please, if you would like to support us, on behalf of Gift, thank God Madame Opoli was gracious enough so that you will hear her voice. You can tell the difference from how she spoke last week to how she's speaking. That girl is a survivor. Her courage saved her life. Her courage. She was fighting for her mother, not knowing that she had less than 7 days to live. She didn't know. She was busy fighting for the mother. Please, we would need your support here. On her health alone, we can tell you conveniently that we spent over $500,000. Oxygen alone is 24,000 per day. And she was on it for 4 days straight. The test, oh my God. But I thank God that she's alive, and she would remain alive. It's not yet her time. So please, for those that would like to, I want to appreciate those that supported us in the first instance. There is a part 2 to this. The mother has gone to the Enugu State Orthopedic Hospital. We don't know how much that one will be now in conclusion, because after checking it physically, everybody changes. It's like the man broke her spine.
Yeah.
The man broke her spine and knew and put her in the house 2 years crawling on the floor. How do you lock up a woman in there 2 years knowing that she can no longer walk? Did nothing and will kick her on the floor.
He was saying what again?
He said it was her that was assaulting him, not him that he started talking gibberish. I can't even tell you what happened. But thank God he's in Kirikiri now. They get
what's he in charge for?
Domestic violence occasioning grievous bodily harm.
What's the penalty for that? 15 years?
No, 3. Well, domestic violence alone is 3 years. But with what he has done is beyond. This is grievous bodily harm. This is assault. This is attempted murder. When someone is on the floor and you keep stomping on her back, it was the same spot. It was intentional. Wow. He kept stomping on it, and now she can no longer. In fact, it's so terrible. Leave an abusive marriage, oh. You can follow, for those that might want to reach out to me, my phone number is 0909 3214 942. 0909 3214 942. Please, we need support for gift, and for what we have spent in this 1 week is everything that we have. In fact, and I'm just grateful to Mr. Tunji Olaosho again for it was just his organization gave us 500,000 in support of when he saw what happened to this woman. He called me. He said, "This is not an accident. This was attempted murder." Thank you very much, everyone, and please follow me on Instagram at Gnosis, GNOSIS_help. You would find videos for the past 4 years, ever since I've been doing this. It's right there, my discussions on various topics, so that you will be smarter. You need to make wise decisions. For it is not about religion. The Bible tells you you will know the truth, and the truth will set you. It's nothing but the truth. Thank you very much, everyone. We meet again on Saturday next week.
God willing. Thank you, Barrister. Willing. God bless you for all the work that you're doing. Honestly, God bless you. Uncle Jimmy, always great to have you popping. Thank you for doing that.
The barrister frightened me. I had to run.
Thank you, sir.
To our listener, thank you so much for listening, calling, sending messages, dropping tweets, and just being a part of the conversation. We appreciate you, and sincere apologies if you could not get to your message or your call. We'll make way now for the discourse with Jimmy Dusu starting at about 9 a.m. Stay tuned. I'm Onyinyechi Aderibigbe. I'll be back on at 10 a.m. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Stay with us.
.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.